truly, Caitlin has a different set of rules because she's a special player and she has different talents than most people have as far as her shooting range.
3,951 points, the most in college history. 62 rookie records, an unprecedented WNBA debut season, one unstoppable duo. Caitlin Clark and Lisa Bluder rewrote the book on women's basketball. But their journey from friction to fame is a story you've never heard before. Ready to see how a coach's wisdom turned raw talent into a living legend? Picture this. A high school gym in West Des Moines, Iowa. A young Caitlin Clark dribbles past defenders like they're standing still. She sinks threes from way beyond the arc. The crowd goes wild. This isn't just talent. It's a glimpse of the future. Fast forward to Clark's big decision. She picks the University of Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes and coach Lisa Bluder. But hold up, Bluder's known for her structured offense. Clark? She's all about freestyle and flair. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
A couple years ago when she was a freshman, I probably lost a little bit of hair pulling my hair out at times.
These two are about to clash. Bluder's old-school wisdom meets Clark's new-school swagger. How did Lisa Bluder turn Caitlin Clark into a record-breaking prodigy? What happens next? Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive in. It's a story that'll leave you breathless.
She has, raised the excitement of our sport. There's no doubt. Just because she does things in a different way than anybody else can do. But I think that she has done amazing things to grow our game and do it the right way.
The clash was real. Early on, Bluder's structured playbook and Clark's freestyle flair mixed like oil and water. But what if their differences weren't a weakness, but the key to unlocking greatness? The story of how they turned friction into fire is about to change everything you thought you knew about player-coach relationships. When Caitlin Clark first stepped onto Iowa's court, it was clear she was no ordinary freshman. Her style was bold, brash, and brilliantly unpredictable. Coach Lisa Bluder, known for her disciplined approach, found herself facing a dilemma. How could she harness Clark's raw talent without dimming her spark?
I really think that, when she came in as a freshman and she said, we're going to the Final Four, and a lot of people laughed at her and maybe even laughed at her for coming to Iowa, quite honestly. But she believed, we believed, and she got everybody else in that locker room to believe, and that is not an easy thing to do.
The early days were tough. Clark's long-range shots and daring passes often clashed with Bluder's established system. Tensions rose as the team struggled to find its rhythm. But Bluder, a veteran coach with decades of experience, saw something special in Clark's game. Instead of forcing Clark to conform, Bluder made a bold move. She adapted her coaching strategy, giving Clark more freedom on the court. It was a risk, but one that would pay off in ways no one could have imagined. The turning point came during a crucial game mid-season. Iowa was down by double digits, and nothing seemed to be working. That's when Bluder made a game-changing call. She pulled Clark aside and said, "Play your game. We'll adjust around you."
She's a player's coach. She's not gonna, have a set offense that you have to run. She's gonna tailor everything to what she has on her team and what's gonna put her team in positions to be very successful.
What happened next was nothing short of magic. Clark exploded, racking up points and assists at a blistering pace. Her teammates, inspired by her energy, elevated their play. Iowa stormed back for a stunning victory. This moment wasn't just a win. It was the birth of a new era for Iowa basketball. Bluder had found the key to unlocking Clark's full potential. By giving her the green light to create, while still emphasizing team play, Bluder struck a perfect balance. From that day forward, Clark's game reached new heights. Her scoring average skyrocketed to 28.4 points per game. But it wasn't just about putting points on the board. Clark was dishing out 8.2 assists per game, proving she could make her teammates better too.
Caitlin is a great teammate, and if she wasn't a great teammate, it might be hard. If she walked around like she was the star, she doesn't walk around like that.
Bluder's influence extended beyond the stats sheet. She instilled in Clark the importance of leadership and teamwork. Under Bluder's guidance, Clark learned to celebrate her teammates' successes as much as her own. This unselfish approach made the entire team stronger. As the season progressed, records started to fall. Clark's performances weren't just good, they were historic. But perhaps the most impressive part was how seamlessly her individual brilliance fit into the team's success. Bluder's philosophy of valuing assists as much as points created a culture of sharing the ball. This approach not only maximized Clark's talents, but elevated the entire squad. Opponents found themselves facing not just one star, but a well-oiled machine.
You put her back in that uniform, you put her on the court, and I see the little girl that loves to play basketball. And that comes out in her, and that's the Caitlin Clark I love.
The partnership between Bluder and Clark proved that sometimes the best results come from embracing differences rather than trying to eliminate them. Their story is a masterclass in adaptability, trust, and mutual respect. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
Caitlin's light shines, it shines on all of you. And I try to remind our team of that all the time. We're gonna enjoy that light and it helps all of us.
Their partnership laid the foundation, but what came next would rewrite the history books. How do you follow up a masterclass? By shattering every expectation and leaving the basketball world in awe. Clark's next chapter wasn't just about breaking records. It was about redefining what's possible in women's basketball. As Caitlin Clark's college career progressed, the numbers she put up were nothing short of staggering. With Coach Bluder's guidance, Clark didn't just improve, she exploded. Her scoring average soared to 31.6 points per game in her senior year, complemented by an impressive 8.9 assists and 7.4 rebounds. But it wasn't just the stats that turned heads. It was how Clark played the game. Under Bluder's tutelage, Clark developed a court vision that seemed almost superhuman. She could thread passes through impossibly tight windows, find teammates before they even realized they were open. Her three-point shooting became legendary, with Clark regularly draining shots from NBA range. Opposing coaches were left scratching their heads, wondering how to stop a player who could score from anywhere and make everyone around her better.
This for college basketball history. She does it with a foul shot. Caitlin Clark becomes the all-time leading scorer in major college basketball history, passing Pistol Pete Maravich.
As the records fell, one stood out above all others. Clark surpassed Pete Maravich's long-standing NCAA scoring record. Clark had proven that women's basketball could captivate audiences and push the boundaries of what was thought possible on the court. But Bluder's impact went far beyond the stat sheet. She molded Clark into a leader, someone who could rally her team in tough moments and share the spotlight with her teammates. Clark's assists were celebrated as much as her points, fostering a team-first mentality that made Iowa a force to be reckoned with.
Come back, baby! Come back! I'm so proud of you. Everybody down.
As Clark's college career came to an end, the basketball world held its breath. How would her game translate to the WNBA? Could she possibly live up to the hype at the next level? Many questioned it. Remember this?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing.
The answer came swiftly and decisively. Clark didn't just adapt to the WNBA, she took it by storm. In her rookie season with the Indiana Fever, Clark shattered expectations and record books alike. She broke an astonishing 62 records in her freshman year, a testament to her immediate impact and versatility. Among her many achievements, Clark became the first WNBA rookie to record a triple-double, notching 19 points, 13 assists, and 12 rebounds in a single game. She was so good, she did it twice. Her court vision, honed under Bluder's watchful eye, translated seamlessly to the pro level. Clark set a WNBA record for the Fever with 19 assists in a game, showcasing her ability to elevate her teammates' play.
But make no mistake, Caitlin Clark is doing things beyond her years.
But perhaps most impressive was how Clark's presence transformed the entire Fever organization. A team that had struggled for years suddenly found itself in playoff contention. Clark's leadership, cultivated during her time at Iowa, was evident as she brought a winning mentality to a franchise in need of a spark. The Caitlin Clark effect wasn't limited to the court. Her electrifying play and magnetic personality drew new fans to the WNBA, increasing attendance and viewership. Clark was more than just a great player. She was becoming the face of a new era in women's basketball.
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
Through it all, the influence of Coach Bluder remained evident. The poise Clark showed in pressure situations, her ability to read defenses and make split-second decisions, these were all hallmarks of Bluder's coaching philosophy. Even as Clark took the WNBA by storm, she carried with her the lessons learned during those formative years at Iowa. As one chapter closes, another begins. Bluder's retirement marks the end of an era, but Clark's WNBA journey is just taking off. Could this be the start of a revolution in the WNBA?
It's like, I don't know if I have the type of success if I don't have the amazing teammates that I have, but also a coach that really allows me to be myself, and for that I'm like forever grateful.
The basketball world stood still on May 13, 2024. Lisa Bluder, the winningest coach in Big Ten history, announced her retirement after 24 years at Iowa. With 884 career wins, Bluder's legacy was etched in stone. But it was Caitlin Clark's heartfelt tribute that truly captured the moment. "Simply no one better at building a team," Clark wrote. "Thank you for believing in me more than anyone. Enjoy retirement, coach. Very much deserved." These words weren't just a farewell. They were a testament to the profound impact Bluder had on Clark's journey.
She never stopped coaching me. She never stopped holding me accountable. She always thought there was ways for me to get better. I know she still thinks that, and I still think that, and that's one of the things I just love about her.
The Bluder-Clark partnership had transformed Iowa basketball, but its influence didn't stop at the college level. As Clark transitioned to the WNBA, the Caitlin Clark effect took hold. The Indiana Fever, a team that had struggled for years, suddenly found new life. Clark's arrival in Indiana wasn't just about individual success. It was about elevating an entire franchise. The Fever, who hadn't seen playoff action since 2016, were suddenly in contention. Attendance skyrocketed from an average of 4,000 fans to at least 17,000 per game. Clark wasn't just playing basketball, she was igniting a movement. The Bluder-Clark story has become a blueprint for success in basketball. It's a tale of mutual respect, adaptability, and the power of believing in potential. Young players across the country now look at Clark and see what's possible. Aspiring coaches study Bluder's methods, hoping to unlock greatness in their own teams. Their journey has sparked conversations about the importance of mentorship in sports. Bluder didn't just coach Clark, she nurtured her talent, challenged her limits, and helped her grow as a person. This holistic approach to player development is now being embraced by programs nationwide.
It's like, first of all, she believed I would be here from the day I committed to her, even before that when I was in 8th grade, but also she pushed me really hard to make me as good as I am.
The ripple effects of their partnership are already visible. Women's college basketball has seen a surge in viewership and attendance. The WNBA is experiencing renewed interest, with Clark at the face of it all. But perhaps most importantly, young girls are picking up basketballs with newfound dreams and determination. As Bluder steps away from the sidelines, her influence lives on through Clark and countless others she's mentored. During a football game honoring Bluder, Clark's social media comment said it all: "Runs the city." It was a simple phrase that captured the enormous impact one coach can have on a community. As Clark continues her WNBA journey, she carries with her the lessons learned under Bluder's guidance. Every no-look pass, every long-range three-pointer, every moment of leadership on the court is a testament to their shared legacy. The basketball world watches with anticipation. Will Clark's success in the WNBA inspire a new generation of players to dream bigger? Will more coaches adopt Bluder's player-centric approach? The answers to these questions will shape the future of the sport. Caitlin Clark and Lisa Bluder's journey isn't just about basketball records. It's a masterclass in mentorship, trust, and growth. Bluder's wisdom and Clark's talent created a perfect storm, changing the game forever. Their partnership shows what happens when a coach believes in a player's potential and gives them room to shine. "When Caitlin's light shines, it shines on all of us," Bluder once said. This idea, that one person's success lifts everyone, is the heart of their story. It's why Clark called Bluder "my retired queen" when she stepped down. Their bond goes beyond the court. As Clark lights up the WNBA, we're left wondering, who's next? Which young player will rewrite the record books? And more importantly, who will be the next Lisa Bluder, ready to nurture that talent? And which records will Caitlin Clark break next? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out on the latest news. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.